Hey guys, and welcome to Riverhaven Miniatures. So today before us we've got the Fomoroid Crusher. I'm going to be painting him blue scheme. Here he is all the way back here in this video in May 2022, so it is good to finally get him painted up. Though this is footage from before I filmed the last video I put out, but anyway, I'm sure that won't matter to the context of this video. But anyway, yeah, we're doing all blues, so I started with my darkest blue and then we're slowly layering up the colors. Now, I'm not following particularly any color scheme or anything that I've seen somewhere else. This is all my own doing. So yeah, each time we are highlighting like less and less and leaving that blue on the bottom in the shadows and the darker areas and lightening up where the light would be. So I did a base coat with black and then a white dry brush over the top, so I'm well aware of where the light is going to be hitting on him. And I'm also watering down the paints to slowly build up that layering. So something you might not know about me is I'm a bit of an artist. I've done like 3 art courses over my lifetime, and some traditional, some digital, but doing the traditional stuff I've learned how to paint a bit. So yeah, I'm kind of not painting in a miniature painting kind of way. I feel like I'm painting as a painter, so I'm really like building up those colors and trying to show how many details and things that this guy can have. So I'm already up to the point where I'm highlighting a lot of the lumps and bumps on his head, and I've kind of got a really washed down light blue with some white, and I think he's coming out really good, if I do say so myself. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think of this color scheme down below, but I'm really happy with the way that he's turning out so far. So I went for a brown, and yeah, I don't really have anything other than brown for this part, so I just thought, well, we'll just do it brown, and it's going to semi-clash with the blue, I think, but I kind of worked it out to a point where I think that it does work together. I think they do complement each other quite a bit in the end, but yeah, you do have to be careful. I did his like mohawk thing a slightly different color, so it stands out a lot more. I didn't want to do like a brown or a black. I wanted to do something a bit unique, so I think that it's a little bit too turquoise. This thing here I wanted to do steel like armor, but the way that it is detailed, it's clear that it is meant to be leather, and that is a little bit disappointing that I can't really paint it the way that I wanted to. I mean, I could have left it like that, but for me it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb a bit that it is meant to be leather. You can kind of tell by the wearing on it. But anyway, with that out of the way, we're doing some skeleton horde. I absolutely love this color, and I probably use it too much. I need to probably avoid using it. We've got this weird bandage on his arm, again another odd choice by Games Workshop, and here's an odd choice of my own. I decided to do this little bit red. Now, speaking of clashing colors, that really clashes with the blue, and I think that it is pretty horrible. I actually paint over this later, but this was a really bad idea. But hey, you live and learn, and hopefully you can learn from my mistake, and I'll also try and learn from it. But back to his hair, that turquoise color was sticking out quite a bit, so I painted over it with a blue wash, and then I'm just going over it again, and then I'm going to highlight it with some white to kind of tone it down a bit, because I think it was too turquoise. I didn't want it to be the same color as his skin, and I also didn't want it to be like a really odd color. So yeah, I could have done white, I think, and maybe it would have worked, but yeah, not too sure really. Maybe you guys can let me know down in the comments if you would have done anything different with the hair there. He also has an alternate face, which comes with like a little armor piece over his eye, and I would have really liked to have used that piece, and yeah, it was a really hard choice, but I decided to go with the eye. You'll see later why that is, so that I can do something with it. But we are on to the skulls and bones on him, and my goodness, he has a lot. He has an absolute ton of these skulls and bones. So back to the skeleton horde. Like I said, I absolutely love it. I use it too much. But yeah, we'll just paint over all of these, and then a little bit on his teeth, a little bit of white to highlight that maybe he has been brushing a little bit. Now we've got some null oil for the armor piece, and yeah, he doesn't really have a lot of armor and stuff. He's kind of got this shoulder piece and the chains and some spikes around, but not too much armor, so not much null oil used. And then I'm just dry brushing the rocks there, and then doing the gold on this. So pretty happy with the way the armor turned out. I didn't want to do a great deal of details on it, as in my mind he's like this big giant thing. I don't think he's particularly looking after his armor or that shoulder piece. Maybe some rust or something would have been nice, but yeah. And then we've got the tongue, just using like a flesh tone on it. I think a big purple tongue would have been a really nice touch, and yeah, rewatching this, editing this video, I kind of wish I had done that. And that's why I have the eye on show. I wanted to do it a nice red, and yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't do that arm piece on the red now, because I think that having this little red like really looks good, but having that other red, yeah, it just wasn't a great idea. Now onto the base. I don't film too much of this because I don't know, I just like to do the base kind of separately without filming. But anyway guys, I'll leave you with the showcase, and then you leave me your thoughts down in the comments below.